these are my thoughts on AFK Journey. Um, it's surprisingly good. AFK Arena is kind of like a shitty early version of mobile games. Um, it's not that good. There's been a lot of mobile games that have never like taken it up a notch like AFK Journey did. Maybe we'll see more of that. Um, the plot was really good. The amount of gems and diamonds they give you is really good. Um, I'm basically going to be able to max out um, one of their premium characters just by playing the game. It does take a long time to play. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do. Um, the game is absolutely ruined by your custom level. Your custom team and your custom level breaks the story content. The story content absolutely falls apart. Um, and it's not hard enough. It's like there's no challenge in the game that I don't crush instantly, which is certainly a little bit of a problem. But um, you know, the plot is really amazing. Like, the plot was really, really, really good. This seasonal content. So this is where you go back in time. Yeah, the end was amazing. The end was really good. Like, so many, like, here's something that pisses me off about games is the game over screen is like meaningless, right? The game over the game over screen is like um, just happens and it's over. Or the plot finishes and then it's done. This game kind of like takes care. Yeah, this game lets you go back to the map after you've beaten the game, and then it also gives you like a satisfying conclusion. Yeah, so I mean, they got my money, right? Every time I've been really happy with them in something they've done, I've opened up my wallet and I've bought a cosmetic. I don't buy characters or power level, but I will buy their cosmetics. And anytime they've made me really happy, I was like, okay, okay. So, yeah, pretty good stuff. They give you like weird rewards too. Like, when I was buying the cosmetic, they said it's the price, and they're like, hey, do you want to do it on our website? And I said yes, and then it was like they knocked off a few dollars. And then they also sent me something in the mail that was like an extra, which I thought was pretty cool. They don't tell you they're going to do that. They just do that if you trust them. So, yeah, I thought AFK Journey plot was amazing. I'm going to go back and play the other content. I did not finish the main story, and I didn't finish the starter story, and there's 3 seasons behind me that I can do. So, and the world's full of gems. Yeah, the world's full of gems. So, yeah, it takes 12,000 gems to get a character shard guaranteed. And you're going to have to do that a lot of times. So it is what it is. Um, yeah, I was thinking about only getting shards up to Paragon 1. I can't imagine needing Paragon 3 or 4. It's going to take a long time. Will I really play the game that much? I mean, possibly. If there's going to be like 8 seasons or whatever. Yeah. So, but yeah, let's talk about the story. The story was kind of interesting. It's like, it's got a cool time loop because what you do in the story sets you up for going back in time. You provide the method to the future of returning to the past. And this game has like gods in it. There's like people who are like gods of things, and they have bodies, but they're extremely powerful. They're like always big. They're always like freaking huge. It had a great story. It was about this goddess who fell in love with a mortal, and it caused all this chaos. And it was actually really believable. Like, the AFK Journey has like cute chipmunk characters, right? And it's like it got bloody. It got bloody by the end. Um, yeah, it was definitely extremely violent, and very heavy themes, like that they made a tree out of corpses. There was a everyone got drowned, everyone starved. There was just crazy, crazy stuff. No sex though. It's really interesting how there's mortal violence on us, and then like sex, like no, can't do that. There was love, there was kissing, there was like a cute romance. I thought it was a really cute romance. Like I thought it was an amazing story. Um, yeah, I thought it was a really good story. AFK Journey. There were a couple plot holy things, but I looked over that immediately because I was having fun. I just didn't care. I was like, just keep it going, and it did. At the very end, got me to cry. It was so good. Um, yeah, it was kind of interesting. It's like you travel back in time and you appear while they're doing a ritual, and you just roll with it and pretend to be their god, and you pretend for a while. And I thought I'd be able to like pull it off, or like maybe it was revealed I actually was the god. But no, you're not. You'll get embarrassed if you try to pretend too long. The real God will catch you. Um, well, so yeah, I thought it was really good though. AFK Journey, fucking amazing. I like how the main screen changes as you progress in the plot. I'm in the after game right now, so it's like the only thing there is for me to do is farm experience, and yeah, or farm reputation, and then do the side quests. So I'm going to get all the side quests done. And then once that's good, I'm going to go back to the starter story and finish up all those side quests. They give you map percentage, how much of the map you've completed. So I'm just going to go through and grind and get all that stuff done. Um, yeah, that won't be bad. I gotta wait until about 1500, and then I'll go get stuff. So yeah, I'll be doing this all morning and into the afternoon. It's a cloudy day today, so no solar. I guess I missed out on doing solar yesterday, but whatever. Oh, my battery is failing. I gotta switch to an alternative. So yeah, pretty good stuff though. What was my favorite bit? I just loved the battle. I was really shocked when they killed a main character. They killed him brutally too, and he like died. So he's a character you can recruit. I really liked this one character, the guy with the seeking spears. I thought he was amazing. I actually eyed him out as being a really good character by his description. I read his skill cards and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's he's a single target nuker. And so I've been getting shards for him. And turns out he played like a really cool part in the plot. Um, I'm excited. I have 3 other whole stories to play. Um, I've been grinding on this day after day all day, and my biggest complaint with the game is that it's too fucking easy. The challenge content's too hard, like the bosses and stuff like that. And my power level is so out of whack, like enormous, that it's like anytime I play like single player content, things are dead instantly, and I don't get that story feedback. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't get the feedback that I'm super powerful from playing it. Um, it's like I'll one shot a boss, and then the boss will in the cinematic hurt us, right? They'll take us out, and it's like, oh come on. But yeah, no, it's interesting that yeah, the goddess of the hunt. I thought that was pretty cool. Build a figure. I was leading into all the grandiose god dialogue options. It was kind of fun. Uh, I did feel like totally embarrassed when we found the real one. I was like, oh. Um, Yeah, the ending was pretty good. I thought the ending was okay. It was pretty awesome. The Gala was interesting. Gala's true name. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Gala's true name was pretty interesting. It was a neat story. It really was. It was like, uh, yeah, I definitely liked finding like going to the temple afterward and looking at the murals because it's like you're in a temple and it's all worn, and then you go back in time, and then when you go forward in time again, the temple has been like the details of the temple are more solidified, but the characters that are with you saw the change. They were there before you went back in time, and then they saw everything get updated, which is interesting. Yeah, it's you see, you can let a time paradox ruin your fun, or you can just say, we'll just look past that and do what we want, which is kind of what happened. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, last thoughts about the story. I love the map. I think the map is really fun. It's probably one of the best maps out there. Um, it really makes other games show their age. You know, see, because the game costs diamonds, I'm definitely not mad about those insta roll unit kills and those insta roll, uh, like all that. I like the puzzles. Most of the puzzles are pretty okay. I'm not big on the ball rolling puzzles. Those just piss me off. Yeah, the tile puzzles, I'm a little mid on. I'm huge on like the stellar puzzles. I'm huge on like the organization puzzles. I love those. Those are pretty fun. Um, yeah, big fan of those. I am a big fan of the organization puzzles. They all, some of them I solved instantly. Some of them I had to try a few techniques to see if I could figure it out. It was interesting. So, yeah, the story. I like the voice acting. The voice acting is actually pretty good. Um, I I don't know. I thought it was awesome. It was all about wheat. This thing, it was about wheat. It's a war between the harvest god and the the hunting god, and yeah, so it's kind of like very archetypal. Is the wildlings just hunt for food, and the Hylians, the good guys, they grow their food, and it's this war caused by the fall of the harvest god. The harvest god went mad, and it caused all these problems, like food wouldn't grow, and so the kingdom to feed itself invaded a neighboring kingdom to steal their stuff, and it's like the war. Yeah, and it was one of the things that pisses me off about it is that they'll tell you to go to a place with a quest, and they'll like give you the place to go, but you have to go to your quest marker and you have to like turn it off and then turn it back on and then auto go, and then you'll warp and walk to it automatically. So yeah, anytime you get a new quest, you want to go to your quest log, turn it off, and then turn it back on properly, and so you'll get there quickly. Yeah, it doesn't just take you there fast right away, which I thought was like padding for time a little bit. Um, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the. I don't like waiting 24 hours for new events. I really think that it should be better if it's like waiting 6 hours, waiting 8 hours, waiting 12 hours even would be better. Waiting 24 hours, a full day for an update. The last time with the cooking one, it was 2 days. Yeah, it's like I finished chapter 4, and then chapter 5 releases in 2 days, so it's tonight. Um, but yeah, I was a pretty big fan of that content. The weakest thing about the game is the combat. Honestly, it's the characters are fun, and I like my teams that I've built. I think they're all interesting, but I don't find them fighting against anything that interesting. I very rarely, if ever, have to like carefully consider what I'm fighting against and like pick something tactical to beat it. Almost never. Usually it's about, am I under leveled? All right, how do I get over leveled? And that's what does it, right? So, like, probably the biggest negative mark of the game is, like, the combat's weak. It is a better game is, like, a really tight RPG that gives you, if you maximize absolutely every opportunity for gear and power up, the fight becomes easy. If you don't hit everything, the fight is moderate, and if you go into the fight soon, the fight is brutal, right? And that's like a little tighter. This is a lot like, are you at the level cap? You don't have to pay attention to what you're fighting against. You know, you can just pretty much put anything out there. The bosses have a lot of immunities. I hate that. Boss immunity. I hate that. Can you not? I get it if it's like for the plot. If it's for the story, they're immune, but just like throwing them out there, it's like, okay, that character's skill is useless. Thanks, I guess. You know. So, yeah, that's my biggest criticism of the game is that while the combat's flashy and the character skills are interesting, yeah, on a 5v5, this is what I really like. I really like the mob fights. I like when you're fighting and they keep respawning over and over. I love that. I love that, right? It's like, it turns a 5v5. You're not just like suddenly, because I hate going into that battle screen and then it's over. I like it when there's like wave after wave after wave and then a boss. That's really cool. I really like that. I would love to take the Arcane Labyrinth and make it into that, you know. So, yeah. Kind of want to go get soda. I could leave here, but it's going to be noisy. Yeah, people are sun bugs. If it's cloudy, everyone stays home. It's when the sun comes out that everyone goes out. But I'm a white person from Tucson. I hate the sun. It was sunny every flipping day. I like the clouds. Yeah, I mean it's pretty good for the plot and the story. I thought it was excellent. Majorly got me invested. Like at one of the plot points last night, I was like, time to get the credit card. Yeah, if you're free to play, and this is my stipulation for giving you money, you're free to play. You can earn everything you can earn in game by playing the game. Cosmetics are different. Specialty cosmetics, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. I very rarely sneeze like this. Had a fire last night. Maybe that was it. Yeah. But yeah, ooh, I've got some rice I can cook. Yeah, I'm gonna heat up my rice later in a few minutes when the video is uploading. But yeah, I really like the multi-stage fights, you know, when it's like wave after wave after wave after wave, then a boss. I love that because it's about like keeping your team up. Is your team healed? Is your team like saturated? You know, stuff like that. There was a fantasy game that came out a while ago that was really good and they canceled it quickly after like 2 years. Yeah. I think AFK Journey is going to survive because they just put out such good content. They've made like almost $200 million off it, which is, I think, kind of small given their production value. That's a surprisingly little amount of money. But yeah, some games are a billion easy. Gabe, Gobbin is easily a billionaire, you know what I mean? So, yeah. The Gobbin. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the game so far. I'm enjoying playing it. Like I said, the combat sucks because it's too easy. Now I know if you go back to play the other stories, you get given like a a story team, right? If you play the story content when it comes out, you get given your team. If you go back to play like seasonal content after it's been released, you get given a story team, which is more like level balanced. So it's going to be like a lot tougher, which is actually kind of cool. It's kind of an appeal. Yeah, so I'm going to play all that content to grind gems, get all those freaking juicy gems. Yeah. Yep. I guess that's enough for the vlog. Love the plot. I can't, I really like, I didn't know it'd get as good as it did, and it did. It got really good. It was like, some games lose steam or they do something stupid. This just kept amping it up, and then by the end, it was just an explosion. It's like, holy crap. It's kind of cool. Like a really good storyteller, like you're like, this is boring. Yeah, but they're planting seeds. They're giving you all these ideas that are gonna culminate and freaking froth over. I like the cooking. The cooking in this game is way better than Breath of the Wild, believe it or not. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, the cooking was weak. It's just like, it's cool when no one's ever done that before. Oh, this game was very much inspired by Tears of the Kingdom. It's got the Zonai devices, it's got a Kingdom of Darkness, and it's got it has a few other things, like the cooking pots are exactly like Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, so it's got like a few things that were exactly like inspired from Legend of Zelda, for sure, for sure. Oh yeah, your girl Gala. She looks exactly like one of the Zonai. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty funny. Um I did like pretending to be a god. I thought that was very much in character to not deny it and just like roll with it. Demanding harsh god things. Yeah, you can. You can demand all sorts of harsh stuff. Um, yeah. I didn't do the human sacrifices. I convinced them to do something else. Yeah, the game got me inspired. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm definitely going to be playing it today. I'm going to be finishing up all the side quest content, everything I can do, and then I'm going to go back and try to complete the first. I actually I played the game during the starter story, and then when the first season came out, I quit mid-season. I just was like, this is boring. I don't care. Right? So the first season got me to quit and deleted it. And so I'm going to go back and finish the first season and see if it's good. So it's kind of funny that it's like, there's been 4 seasons. I played both the Wildling seasons. I played the seasons that are both about the Wildlings, like predominantly about the Wildlings. So it's like, yeah. Or as they call them now, the Maulers. Yeah, Mauler faction. Yeah, very high damage. They are very high damage. Yeah, the Light has a ton of shields, ton of interesting characters. I hate it when they do like classy cross class. I'm like, this person's a good character. They should be on the good guy team, you fucking weirdos. What are you doing making somebody in a team class that's like the other classes? Annoying. Yeah, whatever. Pretty good. One of my big demands, the last thing I want, is there's this character called Hammy and Chippy. They're like the kid friendly. This game got violent. And Hammy and Chippy are like the cartoon cover, right? They're useless characters you absolutely don't want to use ever. People who put those characters on their arena team are hilarious. Yeah, they'll make their arena defense force just Chippy and Hammy. It's like really nice. It's like, you want a free win, go right ahead. Um, that's pretty cool. But yeah. Um, I do not do that. I put the best team I can muster on there just to be mean. You're not getting a free win on my name. Nope. Yeah, but I do want more of those. They have Chippy and Hammy. That's 2. They need 3 more. Yeah, you need to be able to make a team of fucking rodents if you want. Like, get 3 more. Write in 3 more hamster chipmunk characters into the plot, please. Because that's what I really want and need. Yeah. There were a few technical bugs, like I got stuck at the bottom of a staircase. One of the characters following you would run backwards. The lift was weird. You know, there was a few technical bugs, but for the most part, it was pretty stable. It never crashed. Yeah, crashes are funny. Unhandled exception. Yeah, programming. Yeah, that's it for the vlog. I really like it. Thought it was really cool. It was. I'm interested to see what happens to the Harvest God. I don't think that they made the Harvest God was a boar. You kidding me? Like, Ganon's a boar. We just went through this thing with like a Zonai robot. In a land of darkness, you have to illuminate, and then the last boss of the area is a boar. I'm like, that's Legend of Zelda, right? I mean, they very literally like, okay. Maybe the whole plot, maybe the love romance between like a god, the goddess and a mortal man, it killed him. Yeah, the love interest between her and the mortal man, it fucking killed him. So that's a spoiler. It drove her mad. So thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, they'll definitely kill main characters. I guess you can just use them like you can use characters that lived like 10,000 years ago. They're just like ordinary party characters, no explanation. So yeah. Anyway, that's my final request. I want 3 more chipmunk-esque characters. You have a hamster and a squirrel. You can, or a chipmunk. You could do a squirrel. You could do a rabbit. You could do a frog. We need to have a meme squad, please. Maybe they could all be like different types of chipmunks or squirrels. Yeah, definitely we want 5 of them. The fact there's only 2 is annoying.